80s gave us Livin' on a Prayer and Sweet Child of Mine. But for every massive hit, there's a legendary track that's been buried by time. Today, we're dusting off the leather jackets and diving into the deep cuts. From soaring vocals to riffs that should be illegal, we're counting down 10 underrated 80s rock songs that deserve a spot on your permanent playlist. Number 10, Fantasy, Aldo Nova, 1982. We're kicking things off with a track that feels like the ultimate 80s action movie intro. If you close your eyes while listening to this, you can almost see the neon lights and the grain of a VHS tape. Aldo Nova didn't just write this song, he was a one-man army. In an era where big bands had 5 or 6 members, Aldo played almost every instrument on the debut album. He was a visionary who understood how to blend the future with the past. Fantasy starts with a futuristic synth swell and a helicopter sound effect, because honestly, nothing says high budget in 1982 like a helicopter. But once that prop noise fades, you're hit with one of the crunchiest, most satisfying guitar riffs of the decade. It's got that perfect blend of hard rock grit and melodic pop sensibility. The lyrics tell a story of escaping reality, which was the theme of the decade. While it was a solid hit at the time, reaching the top 25, it often gets overshadowed today by the bigger names like Def Leppard or Journey. But if you want a song that captures the high-energy, neon-soaked vibe of the early 80s, this is it. It's a masterclass in production, showing that a solo artist could rock just as hard as a full stadium band. Number 9. Stone Cold, Rainbow, 1982. When people think of Rainbow, their minds immediately go to the Ronnie James Dio era. The Dragons, the Castles, and the operatic metal. But the Joe Lynn Turner years gave us some of the most polished, soulful rock ever recorded. Stone Cold is the crown jewel of that era. It was Rainbow's only U.S. Top 40 single, and it went all the way to number 1 on rock radio. A hit in its day, even if it's largely overlooked now. This track is a masterclass in atmosphere. It doesn't rely on speed or volume to get its point across. Instead, it uses space. Ritchie Blackmore's guitar work here is restrained and haunting. He isn't trying to shred your face off, he's trying to break your heart. The solo is melodic, bluesy, and perfectly fits the cold theme of the song. Joe Lynn Turner's vocals are smooth as silk, but carry a weight of desperation. It's a song about the emotional vacuum left after a breakup, and the music reflects that perfectly. It's sophisticated rock that bridges the gap between Deep Purple's heavy roots and the adult-oriented rock radio sound that dominated the mid-80s. If you've only ever listened to Man on the Silver Mountain, you are missing out on a completely different, equally brilliant side of Ritchie Blackmore's genius. We're just getting warmed up. Coming up, we're talking about a band that was so good, they had to be included on this list twice. But first, let's look at the band that refused to wear hairspray in an era of glitter. Number 8. Black Tiger, Y&T, 1982. Y&T, which stands for Yesterday and Today, is arguably the most underrated band in the history of rock. Period. Ask any legendary guitarist from the 80s who they looked up to, and Dave Meniketti's name will come up. He is a guitarist's guitarist, and Black Tiger is his absolute calling card. The song is heavy, dark, and incredibly tight. From the moment the drums kick in, you know you're in for a ride. The main riff is a driving force that makes you want to hit the highway at 100 miles per hour. But what truly makes this track special is Meniketti's dual threat talent. Not only is he ripping a world-class solo, but his vocal performance is staggering. He has a soulful, raspy power that most frontmen would kill for. He sounds like a man possessed. Black Tiger has a predatory energy to it. It's menacing but catchy. Despite being heroes in the Bay Area rock scene, Y&T never quite hit the stratospheric commercial heights of their peers. If you haven't heard this one, prepare to have a new favorite band.
Black Tiger, don't turn your back.
Number 7. Modern Day Cowboy, Tesla, 1986.
For the cowboy of the modern day. Come on.
By 1986, the hair metal scene was in full swing. Everything was about makeup, spandex, and party anthems. Then came Tesla. They arrived on the scene looking like they just crawled out from under a broken-down car in a dusty garage. They were the no-frills rock band the world desperately needed. Modern Day Cowboy was their debut single, and it sent a message. We are here to play. It's got a Western-inspired grit mixed with heavy metal thunder. While other bands were singing about girls and clubs, Tesla was writing lyrics about global politics, international tension, and the law of the land. It felt more grounded and real. The dual guitar harmony at the start is iconic, creating a sense of dread before the main riff kicks the door down. Jeff Keith's raspy, blue-collar delivery gives the song an edge that still sounds fresh today. It hasn't aged a day because it wasn't trying to follow a trend. It was just honest, loud rock and roll. Number 6. Turn Up the Radio, Autograph, 1984. This is the quintessential 80s feel-good anthem. You might recognize the chorus because it's been in every 80s-themed commercial and movie for the last 30 years. But Autograph as a band often gets left out of the conversation when discussing the titans of the Sunset Strip. Turn Up the Radio features a massive gang vocal chorus that was built specifically for stadiums and car stereos. It represents the sunny side of 80s rock, but don't let the pop feel fool you. This band had serious chops. Steve Lynch's guitar solo in this song is a technical masterpiece. He uses a unique two-handed tapping technique using all 8 fingers on the fretboard. That was way ahead of its time. The song is literally about the escapism of music. It's about the moment you get off work, get in your car, and let the music take over. It's a simple message, but when it's delivered with this much energy and technical skill, it's impossible to listen to without turning the volume up to 10. Turn up the radio. Think that's high energy? Just wait until you see who we have at number 2. But first, let's go back to the Bay Area for a song that oozes attitude. Number 5, Mean Streak, Y&T, 1983. Yes, we're putting Y&T on here twice because, frankly, they deserve 10 spots. If Black Tiger was their heavy, aggressive side, Mean Streak is their cool side. This song has a groove that most metal bands simply couldn't touch. The opening riff is funky, bouncy, and, well, mean. It has a streetwise strut to it that feels like a heavy metal version of Aerosmith. This track proves that you can be heavy and catchy at the exact same time. It's got a swing to the drums that makes you want to move. Again, Dave Meniketti delivers a solo that is both melodic and technically blistering. This is the song that makes you wonder why Y&T weren't as big as Motley Crue or Rat. They had the songs, the talent, the look, and the live show. They were the total package band that just couldn't catch the right break at the right time. Mean Streak is proof that the charts don't always reflect who the best players are.
Mean Streak! Mean Streak! Mean Streak!
Number 4, Rock Me, Great White, 1987.
Rock me, rock
Great White is often remembered today for their covers or for the tragedies that would later strike the band. But in 1987, they were one of the best blues rock bands on the planet. Rock Me is a brilliant original that showcases their deep roots in the blues. If you listen to the album version, it clocks in at over 7 minutes. It's a slow burn masterpiece. It doesn't rush to the finish line. Instead, it starts with a moody, atmospheric build, just a bass line and some light guitar work before it explodes into a massive bluesy stomp. Jack Russell's vocals are top tier here. He was clearly channeling his inner Robert Plant, but he added a unique Californian sleaze that made it his own. The song feels like a hot summer night. It's sexy, heavy, and grooving. It perfectly represents that blues metal crossover that happened in the late 80s when bands started looking back to the 70s for inspiration. We are down to our final 3. We've got a solo legend, a guitar god, and the ultimate Canadian power trio. Who takes the top spot? Let's find out. Number 3. In the Dark, Billy Squier, 1981.
Life isn't easy from the singular side.
Billy Squier was a massive star for a few years in the early 80s. Everyone knows The Stroke or Lonely as the Night. But In the Dark is a song that often gets forgotten in the shuffle. That is a massive mistake because this might be his best written track. In the Dark is a moody, synth-backed rocker. It features a drum beat that sounds like a literal giant hitting a floor. It's massive and heavy. The song has a mysterious, slightly edgy vibe that sets it apart from the bubblegum rock that started to emerge later in the decade. Squier's voice is at its absolute peak here, piercing, emotional, and powerful. There's a certain cool factor to the song that hasn't faded. It's the kind of song you play at night with the windows down, driving through a city with nothing but the streetlights for company. It's pure atmospheric rock and roll that shows Squier was much more than just a pop rock hitmaker. Number 2. Wings of the Storm, Whitesnake, 1989. 1989, Whitesnake was one of the biggest bands on earth. Their 1987 self-titled album had sold millions. But when they released Slip of the Tongue in 1989, they added a secret weapon, Steve Vai. While the world was listening to Here I Go Again for the millionth time, Wings of the Storm was the track that true rockers were obsessing over. This song is a high-speed chase. It's aggressive, it's fast, and it's loud. He brings a mad scientist energy to the track, with squeals, dives, and runs that seem impossible to play. Pair that with David Coverdale's powerhouse blues metal vocals, and you have a match made in heaven. It's the sound of a band firing on all cylinders, pushing the limits of what big production rock could be right before the grunge movement arrived and changed the landscape forever. If you want to hear what peak 80s guitar wizardry sounds like, this is Number 1. Fight the Good Fight, Triumph, 1981. Taking our top spot is Fight the Good Fight by the Canadian power trio Triumph. This isn't just a song, it's an experience. If you've never heard Triumph, they are often called the other Canadian power trio, next to Rush. But they brought a much more traditional hard rock energy to the table. Rick Emmett is the star of the show here. He is one of the most versatile musicians to ever pick up a guitar. Equally skilled at classical, jazz, and heavy metal. His vocals on this track reach heights that seem physically impossible. The song starts with a beautiful, clean, melodic section that builds tension perfectly before transitioning into a hard-hitting, inspirational anthem. The message of this song is timeless. It's about persistence, keeping your head up, and never giving up on your dreams. The arrangement is complex, featuring tempo changes and soaring harmonies that give it the scale of a Queen song, but with the grit of classic hard rock. The guitar solo at the end isn't just fast, it's emotional and triumphant. This is the definition of an underrated masterpiece. It should be played at every stadium in the world. There you have it, 10 songs that prove the 80s were about much more than just the top 40 hits. How many of these did you have on your mixtape? Did I miss your favorite deep cut? Let me know in the comments below.